I'm Katie Mason, Main Street Coon Rapids Executive Director, and today I'm going to create a tutorial on how to use the Coon Rapids Historical Photo Archives through the Fortepan, Iowa website. To start, I'd suggest you go to the coonrapidsia.com website. You can either go to Residents or Visitors, and then go down to Historical Photo Archive. We have included in our website not only a link to the Fortepan, Iowa Coon Rapids Historical Photo database, but also some links that will help you go through Fortepan itself. Here in the right-hand corner, there is a link to all of the Fortepan, Iowa tutorial videos created by the University of Northern Iowa. Tell you how to search for photos in Fortepan, what Fortepan is. They also have some other tools, some other videos on there that are worth looking at. Also, I'd like to point out the Coon Rapids Enterprise Digital Archive is here. Once you have found photos of perhaps your family, if you're doing genealogy, or other important historical moments in Coon Rapids, you could go to the Coon Rapids Enterprise Digital Archive and search there for a story related to those photos. Today I'd like to just start by going through how to use the basics of the Fortepan website. On the Coon Rapids website, you'll see we have embedded the website into ours. But I would suggest, for a really thorough search and to be able to view these images a little bit better, click here to view the archive through Fortepan. Once here, if you have a search you're looking for, you can click up here in the search bar, scroll down to Location, and type in Coon Rapids, Iowa. And then under Advanced Search, this is where you would put in any specific information you're looking for. So today I'm going to put in Main Street. Now this has brought up any photos that have Main Street in the description or the tags. So let's just have fun with this photo here. Once I click on the picture, I can come up here in the right hand corner. If I click on these arrows, it'll allow me to zoom in on this photo. In the bottom or middle right hand corner, clicking on the information button will bring up any tags that this picture is tagged under and a description. In the comments it says Office of Wayne Cooley Collection, circa 1920, and I can see that over here on the left, 1920. Now if I wanted to download the photo, I would click the download button. What we ask is, these pictures are free for you to use. However, we would ask that you attribute them to this Fortepan website. So we would ask that you would copy this information right here. And then when you use this photo, you would use this as the attribution. And then you would click download. These photos have been scanned in at over 1,000 PPI, so they are incredibly high resolution so that you can use them in large photography down to small postcards. If you want to share this link with some friends, click on the share emblem, and now you can pick whether you want to share it over here. You can do Facebook, X, or email, or if you want to embed it into your website, there is information here on how to embed it. You can also add this to a photo album, and I'll show you later how to create your own photo album. But for today's purposes, I will show you how I'm going to click on Main Street Buildings, because that is one of the photo albums that I have already created in my account, and I hit save. You can look through for pictures in a variety of ways. If you want to just do a generic search of Coon Rapids photos, you can just move the timeline indicator down here in the bottom Now we're in the 1980s and we can start flipping through photos. Or you can always go to the search, as I mentioned earlier, put in the Coon Rapids location and any keywords that you're looking for. You can put in a family name. My family comes from a line of Kretzingers. Search. And here are family. Some of these photos have already been tagged with people with the last name Kretzinger. And to find their names, I go to Info, and that's going to share Clarence and Estes Kretzinger. Now, I will take a pause here to say that we have, of the 1,000 photos, only a fraction of them have clear comment descriptions with names in the photos. We are looking for volunteers to help us go through all of our photos and identify the people in them. If you are interested in helping, please contact the Main Street Coon Rapids office, and we will add you to our group who's going to be going through all these photos and adding comments, descriptions, so that this archive will be much easier to, much more searchable. The other thing I'd like you to do today is create an account. You go to My Account. Now I have already created one, but it's very simple. Go to My Account, fill in your information. And the reason I suggest that is because then here you can create your own photo albums. I've created one called Main Street Buildings, and I showed you earlier that I tagged a photo of Main Street Buildings. Last month I was having fun playing with this, so I just created a November 2025 photo album and went through and put in photos that I thought were interesting and fun. Once I had those photos tagged in this album, I was able to go down and create a photo story. This photo story allows you to drop in photos from the photo album that you created, type in some information. You can pick a variety of different templates, whether you want a large picture, 3 pictures, or just text. And that gives you the ability to make some lovely photo stories. I'm not going to show you my full photo story today because it is a little long, but this is going to be embedded into the Coon Rapids City website for your enjoyment. And in creating a photo story, it gives you the ability to also access this little icon. You click on that and it takes you right back to the original photo in Fortepan. So now I can look at the comments there, or I could download this photo if I wanted to. This is the end of our basic tutorial on how to use the Fortepan, Iowa website as it relates to all the Coon Rapids, Iowa photos. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the Main Street Coon Rapids office. If you'd like to help us identify the people, places, activities going on in all of these photos, we'd love for you to join our task force. And note that our photos go well into 2024. We will be adding more photos as the UNI team is able to scan them and upload them. So this will be an ongoing process over the next 2 years. Thank you, and I hope this video was helpful.